Yes, 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 yes. I am so grateful. I'm so glad to know the truth has finally revealed itself, ladies and gentlemen. No colors in a white only town in Arkansas. And you know what? I look at this thing in a whole different light. And I'm so excited. I'm so glad that a lot of these politicians or a lot of these so-called, these shields for these politicians, and a lot of these, uh, you know, personalities on social media that's trying to cover up and trying to give validation from white supremacies and some of the white supremacy groups that's financing these people, and they will tell you all day long there's no such thing as racism. There's no such thing as black folks not being able to get a go and get ahead and think there's no such thing as police brutality and all these different uh, things they're trying to push on you so that way they can continue to fill their pockets up. Well, there's a founder that is he founded this whites only community that he's building in Arkansas on a couple of acres of land, and it's going viral on social media. So we do have a video, and this comedian Godfrey, he's discussing about this particular town, and I want to play this video. Then I'm gonna come back with my commentary, but I thank God for the truth. I really do. So let's take a listen to it, shall we?
Meanwhile, back at racism headquarters, there's a group of white people that have decided to build an all-white town in Arkansas. I guess in some Ozark area of Arkansas. You know, that's nothing but. So they decided to make a white-only town. Now, I figured that they would already have white-only towns in Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? In Alabama, in Missouri, in all kinds of areas in the South. I would always think they would have all white towns. They still have sundown towns. That's kind of all white towns. Better get out before sundown or things aren't going to be too good for you. And the guy that's explaining it, that's the head of this whole thing, he's like, we're trying to preserve white culture.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are. That is just for the sake of preserving our culture.
What the is white culture? That sounds like an oxymoron, white culture. He goes, white American culture. First of all, that is a big farce. I think, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, is you coming and murdering all the Native Americans and putting them on reservations and bringing slaves to build your country. And that's white culture, is taking and murder, deception, disrespect, denigration. That's what I think white culture is. Destroying nature, not leaving it to the Native Americans. Yeah. White American culture? No. White culture to me would be in Europe. That's what I think. So you would take that bullshit you're talking about back to Europe where the fuck you belong. I'm saying if we're really breaking this down to the basics, white American culture is nothing but fucking hatred and separatism. That's how I feel, because real American culture would be the native, the Indians who's all this there's Arkansas, all of that, Ozark, all that Native American. The guy's asking him, do you think this is like segregation? No, it's free association. They always have a deflection for bullshit, racist shit. I hope all you racist white people go way up in those mountains, go way up there, because I think you're originally from the fucking mountains, the Caucasus Mountains. So you all keep making white towns, but stay up in the fucking mountains. I hope all I'm talking about specifically racist people who don't want to be around blacks, gays, or Jews, or whatever the fuck, take all of your asses, your country bumpkin, all the way up there. If you're going to keep this all white, I want you all to keep it 100. There better not be any taco trucks around there when you get hungry. No Caribbean food, no soul food, no Asian food, Arab food, Indian food, nothing people of color. All right, you can't have any Jewish food, no gefilte fish, no Manischewitz. You can't have any of that. Remember that. Stick with your food, which is probably European, which is like what? Bangers and mash, shepherd's pie, and Wiener Schnitzel and beer. That's all you get. And you can't listen to any American music because it's all black oriented. So you can't do that. It's cheating. You can't beat on any drums. Percussion is African. You can't play the banjo. That's African. Look up your history. Don't be mad. And no fucking black women or Asian women or black women, right? Like some of our women that are, you get some self-hating ethnic woman and she'll go over there and fuck one of y'all, or some self-hating ethnic man and he'll go fuck one of y'all. I'm not saying that's the reason why they integrate, but nope, no sex. You got to stick with each other's pasty asses. That's it. No cheating, all right? Everybody stay on their side. You understand that? All right, see? I'm just trying to teach you how to be a good racist. So good luck on your little all-white bullshit town.
So there you have it. Comedian Godfrey just told you guys about his thoughts and opinions about it. And you know what? Here's the thing. Here's how I look at it. I'm glad that, you have outwardly racist individuals telling you exactly how they feel. I can deal with that. I can respect that a whole lot or whatever, because it's one thing, when you try to hide your racism, and you want to try to portray as if, oh, we love everybody and I love this and I love that, knowing darn well that it's in you, that you have that hatred inside you, and when you have that hatred inside you like that, now you have to, like people, you'll be inside the work environment and people know that you don't, but you'll try to cover it up, and it's hard to say something against someone who's a racist individual inside the workplace, because it's hard to prove it. So I'm glad that a town says outwardly, hey, we don't want no colors here at all. Because you know why? Because where I'm from a sundown town. And here in the deep South, here in the state of Texas, whatever, we understand what it is to be in a place where you're not supposed to be at. Like Godfrey said, we call them sundown towns. So we know how to avoid and know how to move around these sundown towns. But the thing about some of these sundown towns is this: like I said, they don't outwardly, they don't project racism on you outwardly, whatever. It's all inwardly, and it's indirectly as well. But see, this town here in Arkansas, they're telling you right now, this is whites only. So, and we don't want no colors here. I can respect that. So I can just move on around that little old town there and make sure I got a full tank of gas and I can go on about my way. So I can respect that. But the gentleman, the founder of this town, to me, that is a camouflage for him to say, well, we're trying to preserve our whites, our white culture. That's bullshit. Excuse my language, but that's bullshit. No, that's a terminology that they could try to scapegoat and hide behind the curtains about their white supremacy and about their racism. That's what that's all about. And the simple fact is that guy there, he reminds me of a David Koresh. Go look him up. David Koresh over there, the Waco Columbine guy over there in Waco. And he also have that Jim Jones type of, and Jim Jones, he's the pastor that was over there in San Francisco, who had a Jonestown overseas and killed all those people because it was all about power with this guy. But those people wanted to leave because he tried to create a new America over there. And we're talking about a mass murder. Ain't never happened like this in their life and whatnot. But check out Jim Jones as well. This guy, the founder, reminds me of those two individuals. He just have that, that ego with the power trip type thing or whatnot, because he's so arrogant and he's his egotistical and whatnot. And like I said, this guy, and the reason why I say he's egotistical and arrogant, because Donald Trump just, got away. He just signed a executive order to anything that has something to do with white supremacy, white only. It was destroyed and taken down, and he made sure that he put something in writing with the execution order saying get associate with that and take all that stuff down or whatever. So this guy's going against the grain and saying, screw that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put this white only town up anyway, right in the aftermath of Donald Trump signed this executive order. So this guy I'm telling you, this guy is very egotistical or whatever. And like I said, I'm glad that it's wide open. I'm glad that he's letting us know where he's staying at or whatever, because at least he's outward with it. He got the cojones to be able to say, yeah, no whites, no I'm color. I mean, no color people allowed. I'm racist. That's exactly what it is. So anyway, in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, I want your thoughts and opinions about this. Do you guys care about this store with this white only town founder in Arkansas? Or are you guys concerned about it? Or do you guys say, you know what? Hey, like me, hey, I'm glad he out and spoken about it, and now we know who is who and what is what. So that's how I feel about it. So anyway, in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, anybody that's watching, please make sure you go and subscribe to right here on the YouTube to Mr. Know It All Radio Show, and also go to Live 365, Mr. Know It All Radio Show, where we go live every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and also Saturday mornings from 8 a.m. to 10 o'clock a.m. Also, please, because this is an independent show, you guys see it on the screen here. Please, if you want to donate to the show to help me build the show, I sure appreciate all the love and support as well. I do have a Cash App, a Zelle, and also I do have Venmo. So you guys want to help grow with the show, whatnot, I sure appreciate you all so much, and I give you all the thanks in advance. All right, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we will definitely see you guys again. So 100,000 subscribers, baby, we are on the way. Peace out. Let's go. Peace.
Wait. Hold on. What? You done forgotten my name? My name.